Welcome back into Hong Kong Direct. Now, just before we get on with the Premier Plate, a reminder about Hong Kong's twice-a-weekly tipping show. It is Racing to Win. Paul Lally, Andrew Lejeune, Tom Wood and others on Racing to Win. Go to the website, hkjc.com, click on audio and video. There you go, as the mouse is doing, and you can find race-by-race previews of each and every race for meetings at both Sha Tin and also at Happy Valley. The Premier Plate and the field lines up this way for our second of the Group 3 previews. It's actually before the other Group 3 on the day. Southern Legend at the top of the book and one of two in the race for Caspar Fownes. He comes out of the race last year where he ran 5th. Columbus County comes back in distance. Joe Marrera on the stablemate. Butterfield was the Queen Mother Memorial winner a couple of starts ago. Fast Most Furious. Alexis Badel, we heard from him. He'll take the ride on that horse. Time Warp gets the cheek pieces on for the first time. Helene Leading Star, runner-up to Dances with Dragon in the race last year. And Jack Wong gets a nice ride. Playa del Puente, Reliable Team, Charity Fun. And the Happy Valley track record holder from last time in ZA is down the bottom of the book as well, Leo. So this one's another very even race. We'll just have a chat about Caspar's runners at the top of the book. You know what you get with Southern Legend. He runs you an honest race every time he steps out.
He certainly does, and he's, again, I think, a bit of the yardstick here. And it's a contrasting race, Mark, because we've got a couple of 4-year-olds at the bottom of the handicap who are quite promising, and we've got several seasoned horses through it, one of them being Southern Legend, and I think, again, he's going to be the testing material.
Zach Purton aboard this week, and Zach's got a good record on the horse. 4 rides for 2 wins, as Zach does on most horses he rides in Hong Kong.
He does, and this horse hasn't won this season, but he's been right amongst it at Group 1 level, and he's a Group 1 winner himself, and I think that he brings the right qualities for this, and another of Caspar's very strong team.
It's Columbus County. What do you make of his chances? He goes from the 1.5 miles back to the 1800.
Yeah, very interesting, and always a talented horse, accomplished horse, and you know that Caspar is desperate to win this championship. This is another cog in the chain, and I think he'll be competitive as well.
One of his opposition is Charity Fun, who looks a most promising Hong Kong stayer, and his rider is Karis Teaton.
Yeah, of course, it'd be nice to get on him back on again. You know, he's done well since the last time I rode him, so it's a good opportunity again.
Tell us about that trial a couple of weeks ago. You finished 3rd behind race rival Southern Legend, another horse you know well.
Yeah, of course, it was a nice trial for him. I like the way he was hitting the line. Of course, he's gonna be running against Southern Legend. That's seems like he's holding his form pretty well. He tried good last time, but you know, I'm very happy with my horse. He comes in the race with a lightweight, and I think he's the fresh blood on the scene.
That trial was over 1,600 metres. He looked like he took longer to pull up than any other horse in the race.
Yeah, that's him. You know, he only get goings in a pull-up, so. You know, of course, the 1800, I believe, you know, is still good for him. He would prefer a bit longer, but saying that, the horse feels fresh, and with the lightweight, I think that's a big advantage. 2
gallops for him this week. You're on board for both. They both pleased?
Yeah, he felt really good. He's in good shape at the moment, so I'm very happy with his performance in the morning.
Early on in Hong Kong, he was ridden forward in his races, but lately we've seen him go back. Is that going to help that racing pattern with horses like Time Warp and Reliable Team in this week?
To be honest, I think he is a better horse to be ridden a bit quiet. I think his first start at the Valley where I rode him and he flew home to finish a good race. Then, of course, he was the better out of the horses he was running in Class 3 where he could be racing handy, and then he was winning his races pretty well. And I think now his racing pattern is to be sit in. I think this race could run his nice suitable pace, so I think it will suit him.
He's beautifully weighted in the race, Leo. What about him over 1,800 metres? Do you think he's better further, or he's still good enough with the lightweight to win over this trip?
Yeah, I think the handicap really helps him, Mark, and I think the inclination is to say, yeah, he's better over further. But I think the way that he's been prepared for this race is going to suit him. He gets 20 pounds off Southern Legend. That's going to be critical at the end. Yeah, obviously a very talented horse.
There's plenty of pace in the race too, which he's going to love. Time Warp, he gets the cheek pieces on late in his career and Reliable Team, so they should set it up down that big, long back straight at Sha Tin.
Yeah, we know what we're going to expect from Time Warp and others, and that should set the race up for the closers, and maybe a horse that's going to sit really close, maybe Southern Legend, who was very impressive in that trial. Yeah, the handicap conditions will be to the fore again here.
We've seen the tracks in Hong Kong lightning fast and records tumbling left, right and centre over the last couple of months. Tsar comes here as a track record holder. In your opinion, is he good enough to bring that Happy Valley form to this race and win again?
Well, if he does, he'll certainly be a contender at the weights and with what he showed at Happy Valley last start and the time that he ran. And he's very much a work in progress. And if he keeps on that kind of arc, he can be a contender as well.
Elaine leading star while we're going through these runners. It's a nice pickup ride for Jack Wong, who's had a frustrating season, but it's been good to see Jack in the last month pick up a couple of wins and gets a ride on a horse that placed in this race last year.
Yes, it'll be a great opportunity for him and good to see him figure again last week, and let's hope that he can get something really good out of this race as well.
All right, we've broken most of them down. Who are you tipping for the Premier Plate?
I'm going with Southern Legend. I just think that even though he hasn't won this year, he's been super consistent as always, and really heartened to hear Caspar describe his track work effort and his trials as a beast, and I think that's augurs really well for him on Sunday.
So it is a Southern Legend from Leo Schlink to win the Premier Plate. The diary, we're back at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races there. The first race will be at 6:45 local, so trackside live from 6:15, and Sha Tin on the 26th, 12:30 trackside live with a 1 o'clock start. And of course, this week, the 2 races we have mentioned, 3 o'clock and 4:05, the Premier Plate and the Premier Cup. So the usual 2 Sha Tins and Happy Valley over the next week. Leo, the Trainers' Premiership. Caspar's throwing everything he's got. If he had a pony in the stable, he'd probably put that into to try and keep John Size at bay. Has John got the arsenal to beat Caspar? He seems to have saved plenty for late, has Caspar.
Yeah, Caspar's got the numbers on Sunday. We've still got 8 meetings to go. John's got the opportunity, and we saw a couple of debutant winners for him last week. Never write him off, 11-time champion. Caspar's got the weighted numbers on Sunday, and he's got some really good contenders there as well among that group. But right now he's got the advantage of a 2-win lead. Anything can happen over the next 8 weeks, 8 meetings, I should say.
Leo, it's been great having you in for Hong Kong Direct this week, and enjoy Sunday out there at Sha Tin. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mark.
That is Leo Schlink, racing editor here at the Hong Kong Jockey Club. Well, the news came out in the last couple of weeks that Exultant has been retired. Such a grand horse for Hong Kong racing. A fine stayer. We're going out with one of his best wins. It is the running of the 2018 Hong Kong Vase.
In the early stages, he's got control of him now, but he's going to head back towards the tail here, Michael Walker on Prince of Arran. Away quickly was the Japanese mare Crocosmia, as expected. Exultant has pressed forward, so too Ribbon. Azira not far away, but she's a touch deep. Pakistan Star stepped nicely, and he secured a strong position down on the rail. Trailed by Salomon, who settles 3 deep on the outside of Red Verdon, and Wolgeist is down on the fence. A length then to Latrobe, who's keeping Rostropovich a touch deep as they work out of the stretch and past the Longines timepiece. Then Eagle Way 4th last, followed by Lise Cracheur. 2 back to Mirage Dancer, ridden patiently. And 2 last of all is Prince of Arran as they head to the 1500 metres. And Crocosmia makes play. Leads by half a length to Exultant 2nd, Riven is 3rd. Azira's got into a lovely position, 1 out, 1 back, keeping Salomon 3 deep. Pakistan Star down on the rail. They're not breaking any real fast sectionals here. Red Verdon is on the inside of Salomon 3 deep. Wolgeist midfield the fence, followed then by Rostropovich, who's about to commence a 3-wide move. Trailed by Latrobe, and then Eagle Way. Lise Cracheur 3rd last, and she's a little bit keen with a real slow tempo. Mirage Dancer is 2nd last, and Prince of Arran is last of all. They've gone to the 900 metres, and Crocosmia's had a soft run in the Vase. Leads by 3/4 to Exultant. Ribbon stalking 3rd. Azira's had a lovely run. Pakistan Star. Salomon creeping closer as the speed starts to lift, and then Red Verdon, Rostropovich. Wolgeist is locked in on the rail. He's going to need some luck and some room to move. Latrobe next. Then came Lise Gracheur. She's peeling to the outside and starting to wind up as they approach the bend. Mirage Dancer onto her back, and then Eagle Way. A Prince of Arran. Crocosmia cornered in front from Exultant. There's naught between them. Azira, Salu and Ribbon. Here comes Lise Gracheur. Pakistan Star. Then Rostropovich further back to Eagle Way. Latrobe. Followed then by Prince of Arran. Lise Gracheur raced up to Exultant. It's Exultant and Lise Gracheur. Clear from Azira. Then Pakistan Star and Eagle Way. Exultant and Lise Gracheur. A real cliffhanger in the bars. Exultant fights back and wins for Hong Kong.